The Bengals and Trey Hendrickson are nowhere close on guarantees. This was reported yesterday during the game last night, Monday Night Football. Adam Schefter said that the Bengals and Hendrickson have an agreement as to the duration of the deal and the annual average of the deal, but that when it comes down to the guarantees in the deal, the two sides are nowhere close. So they agree on the years, they agree on the total value. What they disagree with is really the thing that matters in the NFL more than anything else, which is the guaranteed money. That's it. When you sign a contract as a player in that league, your guaranteed money is the contract. Because as we know, teams can dump you on a moment's notice and move on from you, and you never see much of the money of that total dollar figure they throw out there. The thing you're going to get is your guaranteed money. The Bengals went through this a year ago when they were dealing with Jamar Chase on his deal. Mm-hmm. And they were battling over it then because the Bengals are largely, historically, a stupid organization. They're not that smart, and they're cheap. That is their MO. They're one of the cheaper teams in the league. So now they're dealing with Trey Hendrickson, and I would say they don't seem as motivated to sign Hendrickson as they were Jamar Chase, and I can understand why. Jamar Chase is arguably the best player at his position, a premier position in the league. This is another premier position, but I don't think Trey Hendrickson is a universally accepted top 3 player at his position.
No, he's not T.J. Watt.
Right.
But T.J. Watt sort of went through this with Pittsburgh. Like, we agree on the terms and the total of it, then where are the guarantees? And Pittsburgh ended up caving in. A lot of people didn't think Pittsburgh was going to do that, but they ended up doing it. The problem is, too, he's 30. Jamar Chase is, like, in his prime. This guy still has prime years left. But look at the teams that are going to be interested. It's the teams with cap space, like New England, that didn't have a good record, like New England, 2 4-win seasons. It would be the perfect spot for him. But when Mike Vrabel's totally looking at this thing, and we're really going to be probably a contender, meaning we're going to try to turn this thing around this year, get into the playoffs next year, maybe be a contender in 3 years, hopefully. You know, Drake May's, what, fourth year? And I'm bringing this guy in. What's he going to be in 34, 33? You know, it's like the Judon thing.
I don't think it matters. But Elliot Wolf said yesterday.
But win now, though. I'd like the thought of winning now.
But they're open to a trade, right? They said they're open to a trade. They're open to talking. He said we're talking to 31 other teams right now. Like, oh, really? You're talking to the Jets right now? Stop it. Get out of here with that.
You know what he means.
31. Don't you love that when they use these cliches?
Yeah.
We're talking to 31 other teams right now.
It's true.
No,
there's
not.
There's communication.
Shut up. No one buys that. Will you talk like a normal human? He's got a little bit of the Chaim Bloom thing, by the way. I don't know if you guys have noticed that.
Most teams do.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got some do. The nerds do. He's a nerd.
They're all
We got
nerds.
a football nerd over there. We got one of Milliken's guys. Elliot Wolf is Milliken's an Elliot Wolf guy. I'm labeling you that.
Yeah, Grove's
He loves Elliot
a
Wolf.
Princeton guy, so yeah,
loves Elliot
you're
Wolf.
brought up in smart.
Oh,
places.
yeah, Grove. Yeah. Hingham guy.
Oh, don't Hingham.
South Shore people know. They know what's wrong with him. T-Bone?
Nothing. It's a great place.
T-Bone, you're not from Hingham.
It's a lovely place this time of year.
Yeah. Anyway, Princeton. Of course he went to Princeton. Then Daddy got him a job. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks for over there. Yeah.
9 minutes it
That's
took
about
you.
right.
9 minutes.
To what?
it
To
took.
offend what? To offend someone? To offend an entire town?
Go at the front office.
Just to get where you eventually get
Where I
every day.
typically get every day, which is Elliot Wolf.
He's been off for a week.
I know. I'm getting back. I'm getting comfortable again. So he came out yesterday. He said he wants to make a deal. He's talking to all the other teams. They want to make a deal. We saw them last summer get aggressive and try and make a deal. So Elliot Wolf's track record in history will tell you he is genuine when he said, I want to try and make deals. He tried to make a big one. He swung big last year with the 49ers. Couldn't get a call back, but he tried. At least he tried. So then last night you get this report. Armando Salguero, longtime Miami-based NFL reporter.
Pretty covered the Dolphins for
definitely
years.
a plugged-in guy in the league. He said the Patriots inquired about trading for Hendrickson. And Josina Anderson adds that the asking price is too rich for New England. So they called on a trade. They talked about a trade.
Okay.
They were told what it would cost to get the deal done. They said, here's the price. Yeah, they're open to trading him. They will move him.
You wouldn't give up 2 ones for him, right?
They didn't hang up the phone. No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
The conversation does start at a 1.
Would you give up a 1?
Yes.
I would.
Yeah, he's a premier player.
They don't have a pass rusher, like true premier pass rusher on this roster.
Funny you mentioned
and
this.
it's one of the things they lack, and it's the type of thing where you say, what's he going to be at 34? I say, I really don't care. Well, I care about 30, 31, and 32. I care about the next 3 years with the player. That's it.
Remember Judon at the beginning when he first got here? It was like defensive player of the year type player.
Yeah,
that first half. So I'm sitting there doing some production stuff on Friday before the game, and going through like the roster, and then we look at some of the depth charts. I'm looking at the defensive depth chart when it's at full health. Like you're talking Gonzalez and Davis on the outside, Barmore at full health. Same thing with Williams in the middle, and you got Landry and Spillane, and it's just on the other side. Keon White's there. Are they missing something else opposite like Landry? And I'm like, can you get one more edge guy? And then this stuff with Hendrickson pops up. Well, it hasn't popped up. It's been there. But the assumption is, I think, all along that, they'll find a way to get it done. It's gonna take it up to the season, and he'll sign by the end of August. Maybe it's irreparable. I don't know. But I think you do have a need, like the pass rusher part of it. I know Landry can get after it a little bit, but I'm talking like a Judon type player. Judon was a wrecking ball at Baltimore. He single-handedly wrecked the Titans, I think, in that playoff game. I remember watching it. But, like, Baltimore had some good guys across that front seven. I think they're still missing a piece in their front seven. This guy would be more than fitting a piece. This is different. You got the space to do it. Again, didn't he talk about the quarterback being on a rookie contract? We got the quarterback on a rookie contract. This is the time you do it.
Now,
not when you got to pay
If
Drake
you're talking
50.
to the Bengals and you offer them your 2026 first-round pick, the pick that's coming from this year, shouldn't that be an attractive enough piece to be sort of the anchor of it?
Rossini said they were looking for a player and a first. That was what the package is.
Which player
Duggar in
do
the
they
first.
want?
Duggar in the first.
Duggar, Jennings.
Duggar Jennings in the first.
So if they're looking for a first, why is New England not willing to give up the first-round pick? I mean, the 2026 pick is worth this player.
They might be looking for 2. They might be looking for a 1 and a 2.
We're just going based on the report. We're just going based on what she said. They want a first-rounder and a player. Sweet, you need to give him something else. You need to give him a second-rounder next year or something. I mean, you could talk about it.
Because people look at the value of that first-rounder, but you also got to remember, like, this is an impact player you're just going to have on your team. It's already a proven guy.
Oh, yeah.
You draft a guy in the first round, even if you're picking at 15 or 16, there's no guarantees. You look at a nose tackle we drafted from Texas. I forget his name. Brown, right? We drafted him.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Malcolm Brown.
Kind of fizzed out.
Dominic Easley.
He wasn't Vince Wilfork was my point.
Yeah.
Dominic Easley, another one, right? So I wouldn't give up a 1 and a 2 because if you're drafting well, like you look at this year's draft, you got Will Campbell and you got Travion Henderson. Like if you're drafting well and you know what you're doing, you're kind of giving up your draft that year. I wouldn't give up a 1 and a 2. I'd give up a 1.
Last 5 years, games played for Trey Hendrickson, 15, 16, 15, 17, 17.
Sounds good to me.
He's out there.
Grinding.
He plays.
Plays through it. And those guys get beat up too.
17 and a half sacks in each of the last 2 seasons.
Whew.
Yeah, I would take the next 3 years of that. I would like to see what years 30, 31, and 32 look like in a Patriots uniform. Mm-hmm.
See, in the best case from a defensive guy and a defensive-minded coach that has major input to his roster like Vrabel does, he's sitting there in his office looking at it too, going, Jesus, if we could put Barmore and Williams in the middle. Spillane looks great running around in the middle. I know what Landry has. That's why I brought him here. Can't wait. This guy's got a good motor, but not sure if he's like ready to make that jump. Jesus, if we get this guy on the other side, how do you block this? How do you start it? Who do you slide to? We create problems for the center and the quarterback just by lining these guys up. Right now, you really don't have that because you could slide to you could double Barmore if he starts giving you problems. Williams, we don't know what he's going to be yet. But this guy, you got to account for him. This is who you game plan for. This is like what Brian Flores told Devin McCourty when they were talking to him in pregame. And I told my linebacker unit, if we were coming in tomorrow to play against this team in a real game, we're game planning to keep 32 out of the game. Like this guy you got to account for. Right now on defense, I don't know if you got a guy you got to account for. Maybe Barmore.
I'm encouraged that they're checking in on this player.
They should be.
It's not, I don't think their number one need. I think their number one need is they still need to find a receiver for this team.
A receiver?
Yeah. Yeah, long term. Yeah,
Okay.
they need a receiver.
Long term, yeah, okay.
They might be okay this year, but they still don't
Right.
have a one.
Right.
a true
I'm anxious to see.
top half of the league number one receiver for their young quarterback. They don't have it.
I'm not telling you Mac Hollins is giving you 80 catches, but I'm pleasantly happy with what I've seen from him because I think as the fourth guy in a lineup. I'm not saying,
okay.
Reminds me of A.J. Brown.
no,
Yeah, exactly.
no, shut up.
Megatron.
Say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do. Call in. Who's Mac
Nice.
Collins leaving? Mike Evans. Sorry. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. He was dead, like,
I'm just saying.
Des Bryant.
Hunter Henry and
But
Diggs.
faster.
Hunter Henry and Diggs have not played yet. Let's get them out in the huddle. Let's see what happens.
All right, let's pick it up on the other side. I'm glad they're in, but I'm just curious why, if the ask is a first-round pick and a player, that they hung up the phone. And are they still calling? Are they still getting involved in this? And should they be in on the player? Some people think maybe they shouldn't be in on Trey Hendrickson, that it doesn't make sense for the Patriots. I think it does. I think they need a player at that position. So I'd be enthused for them to do it. One of these rare occasions that I disagree with Taylor Giles. He wouldn't give up a second for him? He thinks they're too stacked at the edge position?
Stacked with what?
With what? I mean, Harold Landry? We're relying on Harold Landry. We're relying on Keon White. I mean, what are we talking about?
It's like saying we're stacked at the receiver position just because we have 7 of them.
Right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know that Landry was a big free agent signing for Vrabel, and he's one of his guys. I don't care. Does he have a no-trade clause? How does he like Cincinnati at this time of year? Right? I mean, what are we talking about?
I can't believe he's arguing over it, too. I think it starts with the 1.
It starts with a 1. And they should be in on the guy.
You want to trade for McLaurin or him, and I know McLaurin's older, too. It starts with the 1.
And again, why do I care if he's here in 4 years? Why do any of us care? It's about the next 2 to 3 years.
It is.
That's it.
It really is.
That's how these deals work when you get a guy at 30.
Oh, you have pressure to win.
You're going to pay him. You're going to overpay him.
You are going to overpay him.
You're going to give him a boatload of money, and you're going to say, hey, we're giving you a boatload of money the same way we gave Milton Williams a boatload of money, because you know why? We just lack talent on this team, and we're looking for premier players, and we're looking to be disruptive on defense. And I'm going to disagree on that second point about that doesn't turn you into a playoff team. It might.
It might get you to 10. Really. Like, if you have no – look at the freaking Red Sox, okay? Like, look at the division. Look at the American League. Look how bad some teams are this year. There's no given thing. I'm watching this game last night. Joe Burrow might die this year.
Oh, man.
Well, against the
I
Commanders.
don't know why he's playing right now, to be honest with you.
And then they kept putting him out there. And I'm like, you sucked me in on Monday Night Football in the preseason.
Stupid team, guys. The stupidity there
point of it.
permeates the entire organization.
It's
They're a
Cincinnati.
bunch of morons.
Cincinnati had nobody to get after Jaden Daniels.
They're the hardest team to root for.
They are.
Burrow's awesome. I love the guy.
I do too.
But holy crap. I hate their team. I love Jamar Chase. I love Burrow.
He almost got horse collar tackled and broke his leg.
That play where he's just running around was insane. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, that team could be a 9-win team. You know, you're talking about just being a wild card team. We're not talking winning your division.
You show up to a game and you say, in our front 7, we've got Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, and we're going to throw in Hendrickson up front, too.
With Landry, experienced guy.
Or White, yeah.
It's Spillane, but from what you've seen from Spillane might be my favorite player in defense. He's a heat-seeking missile. He can run. He's not Bentley. I know that from just 2 preseason games. And I didn't watch him enough, and I didn't follow him when he was in the rest of the league with Vegas and with Tennessee.
And if the corners are healthy.
You got lockdown. You played.
Holy
Got
crap.
a really good defense.
All of a sudden, you are talking about a top 5 defense in the league.
And Woodson kid might be a home run at
seriously,
safety.
that's within reach
Like the
for
Woodson,
this team.
And the Woodson kid's playing well enough right now that they just relegated Dougler to scout team. Like, you're talking about a transformative team right now 1 year on defense.
You want a reason to believe in the team and they go and do this, you'd have some real reasons to believe
All right,
that they are capable of double-digit wins because their defense is going to be so good.
It is.
I'd have a lot more
This
belief.
year. I did look it up last night, though, and there's a bunch of data on it in terms of edge rushers and when they sort of age out.
not great.
It's pretty much right around 32 is there sort of a cliff there.
It's like that's why I bring
we're
up.
talking
That's why
about
I bring
2
up
or
Judon.
3 years, and like you said it, but it's not a long-term thing if you're bringing him in.
Look at
Doesn't have to be. You're not a good enough team to worry about is this player going to last for 5 or 6 years.
That's why I bring up Judon. Like, he was an impact player when he first got here.
And it's why they picked up the phone and called, because they know it, and Elliot Wolf said it yesterday. He admitted without having to be forced into it, we got a quarterback on a rookie deal. They know it. They're aware of
You
it.
got 2 years till you become a different roster. Yeah, because you got to pay your quarterback.
Or you suck and you're starting over again with another new quarterback.
that's an option too.
And you can,
I mean,
right, but
I don't believe that's the way it's going to go.
No, but it's possible.
But it's always on the table with young quarterbacks.
like he said, Cincinnati's a stupid team. Like they loaded. Burrow's making 65. The two guys on the outside are making 35 and 40. And you see how the rest of the team looks.
You desperately need to win as many games as you can.
Now.
You just got to win games. You've got to build something. For the now, because we want the team to win as many games as possible, potentially be a playoff team. But in addition to that, if you want to continue to bring in players and you want Mike Vrabel to last a long time as head coach, you don't do that by sucking again.
Well, becoming an attractive destination again goes a long way as well. You threw a ton of cash at Chris Godwin. He said, no thanks. Ayuk wouldn't call you back. At least it gets you back in the mix in terms of landing maybe a player that could be a difference maker on offense.
And when I say that, I'm not just referring to this year, by the way. I'm also referring to next season. And you're better prepared to be a good team next season if this guy's on your roster.
Yeah.
Simple as that. It's not just about your record in 2025. It's about 26 and 27. 2 or 3 years of a premier pass rusher. That makes all the sense in the world for a team that is trying to come back from the dead, from the bottom of the barrel in the NFL.
Imagine like the type of message that sends to the room too. Like, the guys that were carryovers from 2-3 years ago, they all like look up to Duggar and look at him as like a team leader and one of the highest paid guys on the team. And all of a sudden, new coach comes in, new scheme, and he gets relegated to like scout team, and they're going to go out and bring a guy like this guy, an impact player, and they already went after Williams. Like, holy crap, you're paying Davis $20 million a year. Like, oh wow, they're doing something here.
My favorite is this tweet from Daniel Jeremiah. He writes, with Drake May on a rookie deal, it makes sense for New England to be interested in trading for an expensive star player. Hendrickson or McLaurin makes sense. But I'd call the Cowboys first and shoot my shot for Parsons.
I mean, hey, that I agree with, by the way.
I was trying to get the Patriots to trade their first-round pick this year for Parsons. It was 4th overall, and
I think you were out. One of the comps we did, and the main comp is the Khalil Mack trade that happened.
And that was 2 first-rounders?
It was 2 first-rounders, a 4th, and he was the highest paid guy in the market. Yeah,
great.
It was that's different. That's going to step up.
Yeah. Step up, and he's 26. Like that is a dude that's going to be in your plans.
Yeah, he's not
30.
30. He's 26. If you want the long-term guy, that is the long-term guy. You're like, yeah, we traded for him. We gave up multiple first-round picks, and then we gave him the richest deal in history, and he's going to be here for the next 8 years.
Again, you got 2 more years of control with May.
Until he retires. Right? You could front-load that baby. Use up all that cap space is what you could do.